Hello and welcome to another series with KingTech Coding Clinic once again. And in this series, just as we did for the school management system version 1.0, in this series, we are going to develop a complete hotel or guest house management system. Without any long talk, let's look at the clear overview of how the system looks like before we delve into the development phase. So now, once you have the system launched, this is just the homepage of the system. Okay, so quickly, what is going to happen here is this. Sorry, this is the welcome page rather. Okay, the welcome page immediately after launching the system. This is the first point of call. This is the first place you gotta come. So here we can log in from here, and then we can equally reset password from here. After customizing the system, we have a form inside the system where you can customize to get the name of your hotel, the address and contact details. Here the developer logs in from here to fix any bug if there is. So let's quickly log in and see what happens next. So here we hit this button, and then first of all we would have to enter the name of the current receptionist. Okay, so who is the current receptionist? Let's say her name is maybe Fia John. Then the username, let's say, is admin. Then the password, we just enter the password. Okay, so once we quickly click on login, and then we have ourselves login here, so you can see the name of the receptionist. So that is that. So now here you can customize the system where you can change the name of the hotel, the address, the email address, and then contact details. And then here you can equally upload logo for the hotel. Okay, here we can reset the system, and then here too we can equally clear the room data. That is if we have some data already captured. So here the first thing we are going to do is to quickly gather some data about the hotel before we can begin probably giving out or checking in our customers and checking them out. So how do we do that? First of all, we quickly have to come to this form here, rooms data, to quickly enter the data about the rooms you have in your hotel. Okay, let's say you've numbered your rooms from room 1, room 2 up to this. So let's say you have their numbers like this, or you number them like this, room 1. So the place, maybe if this is story building type of hotel, okay, probably you have first floor, second floor, so we've taken care of that. So here you capture the floor. If it's ground floor, you capture probably ground. Then the category, is it a single room from that particular ground floor, double, or the dormitory type where we have a lot of beds inside? Okay, probably let's say it's single. And then inside that room 1 on the ground floor, what is the bed number for that room? Let's say the bed number is number 1. What is the amount or the rent per day? Let's say it's 100 Ghana cedis. So you enter that and then quickly submit. So this is what you would have to do to capture all the rooms in the hotel. Okay, from the down floor to the top floor, you capture all the rooms. So we move again, probably let's capture another one. Let's say room 2 from the same ground floor, and then the category probably, let's say, it's also double, not single. Then the bed number, let's say it's bed number 2. Then the rent per day, since it's double, we can say it's 150, and then we capture that as well. We say submit. So this is what you repeat to be able to capture all the rooms in the hotel, whichever floor they are, with the room number, the category, single, double, or dormitory, the bed numbers, the rent per day. Okay, you capture all that. So these two at least. Let me add the last one here. Probably let me go for the room number 1, the floor. Let me go for the first floor, then category. Let me go for single, then the bed number. Let me go for bed number 1, then the rent per day. Let me say it's also 100. So once I'm done, I'll click on submit, and there we go. So I've captured some. So enough. You should go ahead and capture all the details of the hotel inside the system before you proceed. So now let's proceed to the next line of action. All right, so now that we are done capturing the rooms data, the next line of action is to begin checking in our customers. So let's say a customer comes into lodge in your hotel. So the first thing we would have to do is to check to find out if there is a room available. Probably the customer may maybe provide you with his or her choice of room or whatever. So how do we get that up and running? So we hit this button here. So here we have hotel room inquiry form here. Okay, So by default, you have current date here, okay? Because we would want to be calculating the number of days and all that stuff, you need to make sure that you have your system date up and running. So now we would have to check. Let's say the customer wants a single room from the maybe down floor, okay? So we click on that. This room is single. Then the floor is the ground floor, okay? So we search. Is there room available? Perfect. It's there. So since that room is available, what we are going to do is to click on select it and then click on booking. So we are checking in the customer now. So we hit this button. So here we've just captured the room. So it says what room checking. We are checking in the customer now. So now we take the customer's details. Let's say we want to take the contact number 05425908854. And then the name of the customer, let's say is John Doe. Okay, let's put it that way. Address, let's say JD Street. And then purpose is probably visit. There we go. So the ID type, we want to say passport. ID number, we enter the ID number. So advance, since the rent per day is 100 cedis, so probably advance payment 50 Ghana cedis. If there is any tax, you can just enter it here. Once you are done, you quickly check in and then successful. Perfect. So we've just checking that particular customer. Now, let me quickly close this now. So now that we are done checking in the customer, let's say another person comes in and then decide to also opt for the same room. Let's see what the system is going to tell us here. So we come back here. Another person is here to inquire, and then the person wants the same type of room. That is what? Single room on the ground floor. Let's search. Realize that there is no bed, meaning that no bed is available. It has already been taken. Now let's go for single room from the first floor and search. So you can see that that room is available. So with this one, we can check in for that customer. So now I'm not going to check in for the second customer. I'm not going to book in for the second customer. Let me reset the form and then close this now. So the customer we've just checked in, let's assume that the person is going to check out, okay, after everything. Or let me skip this now. Let's go to customer search. How do we search for a customer? Let's say someone comes to inquire to find out if a particular person is living in our hotel. So we need to search from our database to see if we have that person's data or that person is actually gone. You can hit this button here. And then we have this data. So we can just search by the name or the phone number. So let's try searching by the phone number 05425908854. So here, once we click on search, should be able to return. You can see John Doe is there. The streets, JD Street, the ground is the ground floor. Then the room number is 1, and then the bed number is 1. So the reason I didn't want us to check using the customer's name, we can have John Doe. There are many John Does across the globe, right? But we can't have two people having the same phone number. So it's good we search using the phone number. So perfect. So this is how we search for a customer. However, if the customer doesn't exist, let's say we want to reset the form. Let's try searching for a different customer. So let's search. Realize that nothing pops up, meaning that customer doesn't exist. So now let's assume this particular customer exists. Check in is going to check out. Okay, he's going to leave. So how do we check him out? So to do that, very simple. We hit this button here. And then we are going to enter the phone number. Okay, so we enter the phone number 05425908854. And then the bed number is probably bed number 1. So let's click on find. Click on find. So we see that the customer exists. And then the check-in date, the date the person check-in is what? Says that is today's date. Okay, I'm going to show you something. And then the check-in ID is 1, then the bed number is 1. The room category is single room, and then the floor is ground floor. Total number of days is actually 0 because it's just today, okay? So it's reading as 0. Now, let's go back and let me show you something so that we can alter the date of what checking in so that we can easily be able to see the number of days the person has spent, okay? I didn't mean that maybe the person has spent for like 2 days, would have seen the number of days here probably to be 2 or 1 or 3. And when we proceed to check out, we'll be able to see the amount the person is supposed to pay and then issue receipt. However, with this today's dates and then checking out is today, I think it still remains 0. So now let's quickly go back and then clear our database and then recheck in another customer using different dates, okay? so that we alter that date. So let me do that for you. So let me cancel this now. All right, so now I'm back. I just went and then just clear the customer's data and then check the room the person has already checked in. Okay, so now we have a clean slate to start with once again. So we have the room's data intact. I didn't touch that as well. So here we are going to inquire again. So now we go for, now that room will be vacant now because I just cleared that data. So we go for same single room, or probably, yeah, let's go for single room and then the ground floor. And then we set. So now we have that bed available. So because I just cleared the data. So now we proceed and go to booking. So we're going to use the same. So here, this is where the magic is going to happen. Here we are going to change the date. So since today's date is this same date, we are going to send this date back. Okay, today within the 6th year, we are going to send this date to be 3rd. We play it back, like backwards. Okay, so that we assume that the person is going to spend like 3 days. I believe you understand. So the contact number 054 2590854, and then the customer's name, we're going to use the same name, which is John Doe. Okay, and then the address, JD Street, Airports, visit, ID type, Ghana card, ID number, yes, enter that. Advance pay, since rent per day is 100 cedis, so we say cedis. And then if there is tax you add it, then we quickly click on check in. So now we just check the customer in. So now we close this. So now we want to check the customer out now, just as we wanted to do. So now we click on this and then quickly we enter the person's phone number, so 05425908854, and then bed number is actually bed number 1, and then we click on find. So we have the customer now. So now you can see that based on the day the person checked, which is 3rd, and today being 6th, they have the total number of days to be 3 days. And then the check-in ID, since it's the first person, ID number 1, bed number 1. The room category is single room, and then the floor is also the ground floor. So you can see total number of days spent is what? 3 days. So now we go ahead and click on check out. So we click on check out and then we say done, checking out. So now that we are done checking the customer out, the next thing we are going to do is to issue bill and then give the person the receipt. So how do we do that? We click on bill. So we just probably go for the desktop. Let me just name it John Doe. Sorry. John Doe receipts. There we go. So now if we should quickly go ahead and click on save, we should have this on the desktop. So this will save. So now we have it saved. Let's quickly go to my desktop and let's see the receipt. So this is how the receipt is going to look like. We have the official receipt, the name of the hotel, the address, the contact numbers, transaction ID, and then the date and time that the receipt is generated. They have the receptionist name. The current receptionist that we log in with is the name that we have here. If it should be another person, it will be here like that. So we have it Afia John. We have the customer's ID, which is the phone number. Then we have the name John Doe, JD Street, type of ID, Ghana card, ID number, room number, category, single room, bed number, check-in date is 3rd, and then total number of days is 3. So you see we have this 300 cedis for 3 days, and then total. And once we are done, we print out this receipt. If we were to be connected to a printer, this would have been printed without any problems, without any stress. So basically, that is how we check in and check out our customers. So now that we've checked out this particular customer, let's quickly go and search for that bed or that room to see what's going to happen. So now we are back here. So we want to inquire. Someone is coming to maybe also opt for the same room. So let's check in. Let's confirm to see whether that room will now be vacant or will now still be still not be vacant. Okay, so let's go for the bed type, which is still single, and then the floor is brown. Then we search for the bed. You can see that now that bed is available because that particular customer has a check out and now the room is vacant. So basically that is how this system works. Now we can quickly log out from the system. So how do we do that? To do that, we just hit this log out button. Then we click on yes, and then we are logged out and back to our welcome page. If you want to reset your password, you can do that from here by entering the username and then the new password. You confirm the password, you reset your password from here. From there, you can go ahead and re-log in once again. So basically, that is that. All right, so now time for us to start with the development phase. So to get started, we need the source code. As you can see, I have the source code of the entire system here. So how do you get your source code? what you need to do is just go under the video that you are watching right now. Let me cite an example for you. This is a different video. However, just go to the video you are watching. Under the video, you see the description of the video. While you see this more, just click on more, and then you see these links here. This is the link that links you to our website. So once you click on this link, you'll be navigated straight to this website, that is KingTech Coding Clinic website. So the next thing you are going to do is to go ahead and click on blog. So once you click on blog, you'll be navigated straight to this particular page, our blog page. So you locate this blog post. Now what we do is, whatever application we develop, we try to write a blog post for that particular application. So as you can see, there is it, Sales Management System Development using MS Excel VBA. So we tend to describe the entire process, how the system is going to look like. So this is the post. So you go ahead and click the post. So you'll be brought exactly this here. So what is going to happen is you go through the post, and then you just scroll down here. Just scroll down the post from here. You can take time to read and know exactly the features of the system. So once you come here, you can grab the source code by clicking either on this link or this link, whichever you just click. The only thing you need to do is just to support our channel with just a token, and then you have your source code downloaded without any issue. Also, if you can't follow along, maybe you are the type who need the system or the entire system already developed for you, you can use this link, either this one here or this one here. Just click and you'll be able to download the system and be able to use it without any problem, without any full version of the system. You can download it using any of these links. So now the next thing I would want to show you is this. Now our blog website is also launched by default. So from this website, you can just take your time to navigate where you can have a product store. You click on this and you'll be navigated straight to our product store. As you can see, our systems we've already developed. We have the school management system, stock inventory management system, a lot of system, banking system. So you can check, go through our system catalog, and then grab the one you want. Okay, so basically that is that. You can go through the website and see what is actually happening on our website. More things are coming your way on this website. So basically that is that. Now finally, what I want to show you is that just navigate back to blog post here, or the blog here, and then just scroll down. Now if you would want to make your MS Excel VBA applications executable so that you can have full control of your system, whatever your users do, you have full control over it. You can give trial versions, you can give some periods for them to try or whatsoever. You can give them full license, whatever. Just secure it so that they don't tamper. They don't even make copies of it to resell without your permission. If you would want to secure your application, the safest way, or the more secure way, this particular blog post is for you. Make your MS Excel VBA applications executable. Okay, the blog post describes how that is going to be achieved. So let me just click on that. So here, what you're going to do is just go ahead and read the blog post and see how, or the importance of making your MS Excel VBA applications secure and then executable. So once you are done, you can click either on this link or this one to grab a full course on how to do that. In this particular package, I provided you with all the necessary tools and all the resources that you need to put together to make your VBA application secure and executable, to prevent your users from making copies of your application and reselling it without your permission. Okay, so basically that is that. So now finally, let's come back. Once you click on any of this link, and then you finally have your source code downloaded for the hotels management system, you are good to go. We can then go ahead and start with the development phase. Now once you have your source code downloaded, this is what you are going to be seeing on the desktop. Okay, so you should have it downloaded inside your downloads folder, and then you can just copy it and bring it onto your desktop. So you can see complete source code here. So what you're going to do is to just right click on it, and then you just go to extract. Okay, so you just click on that, and then see you have it extracted, and then your source code is completely here. All the forms and models are here, and also all the images and icons we use, everything is also here. So with this, you are good to go, and you can begin following along for us to have the system fully developed. So now to get started, what we need to do is we can then go ahead and close this now, and then just create a folder on the desktop where we're going to be organizing our files. Okay, so I'm going to name it HMS, that is hotels management system. Just put it here. You can choose to name it whatever you want. Like I said, our lessons are going to be in series, okay, part 1 up to the last part. So just make sure to subscribe so that anytime we upload the video tutorials quickly, you'll be able to see it first and then begin or continue with your lessons. Now that is that. So now once we have our folder created, the next thing we're going to do is just to make sure you have Excel installed. If you have Excel installed, you don't have any problem. So just go ahead and just click on Excel. Okay, search for it and click on Excel. So what we're going to do is just to click on this blank workbook from here, and then just click on File here. Let's go to Save As, and then here let's click on Browse, and let's navigate and go to the desktop, and then locate our folder called HMS, and then from here we are going to name this file to HMS, that is a hotel management system. And then from this drop down, just click on this and then locate Excel macro enable workbook.excel sm. Just click on that because it's going to be macro enable workbook. What you're going to do next is just to click on save, and then we have, you can then go ahead and close this now. If we should open this folder now, that is HMS folder, should be able to see this now. So you can see inside the folder, so you can open it. And then from here, what we're going to do is to start creating our various worksheets. Okay, so to get started, just double click on the first one here and just name it home. Okay, and then the second one, just create another sheet. Just click on this plus sign, create another sheet, and then just name it welcome. And then please just make sure to name them exactly the way I'm naming them, because that is how I refer them in the source code. If you name it wrongly, you should have issues, but those issues too, we can as well fix them. If you would want to do any modification, just follow along until we are done. So with that, you can do whatever changes you would want to do to your system. So we have the third one, which is rooms data, okay, where we're going to be storing the data about the rooms in the hotel. Just click on the plus sign, and then the next one, just name it customer data. Perfect. And then the next one, just double click on it and then just name it settings. And then the next one, double click on it, just name it bill sheet. Okay, bill sheet. And then the last one, just name it logins. Okay, so we should have 7 worksheets. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. There we go. So once we are done, the next thing we are going to do is to import all our forms and all our models inside here, and that will bring us to the end of this first lesson. So how do we do that? To do that, we make sure we just go to the developer tab from here. Just click on this. Okay, if you can't see the developer tab from here, you can just on the home page, you can just come back here, just right click on it, just go to customize ribbon, just click on this customize ribbon. And then from here, you just make sure you just select or check the developer option here. You can see, as you can see, mine is checked here. You just click on OK. And you should have the developer tab there. Alternatively, you can go to File, and you come to Options here, and then you go to Customize Ribbon here. You make sure you have the developer checked, and you click on OK, and then you should have it appear here. So what you're going to do is to click on Developer now. You go to Visual Basic. So what we're going to do is to go to File here, then you click on Import. Have you seen that? Just click on Import, and then what we are going to do is to navigate to our desktop where we have our source code folder. This is the complete source code folder. Double click to open it, and then we open the forms and models folder here. Just open this one. So what we're going to do is to first of all grab the calendar, the first one. So you just select it and then click on Open, and you can see we have it imported here. This is our calendar from here. Then we go back. Just go to File again, then Import. So what we are going to do again is to quickly, let me just choose the second one, that is the FRM bookings, that is the booking form. Just click on Open, and then we have that as well open, so you can see the booking form. Don't worry, I'll show you exactly how all these things came about. You don't have any issues. So we go to File again, Import, and then we go for the next one, FRM checkout. Just click on Open, and then we have that as well open, FRM checkout. And then we come to File again, then we go to Import, then we come to FRM customer search. Okay, just open that as well, and then there we go, we have it here. There we go. We go for File again, Import, and then FRM customize, the customization form, and then there we go, we have it as well here. Then file import, then we come to FRM inquiry, that is the inquiry form, and there we go. So let's check it out. There we go, we have it as well here. And then we go to file, then import, then we go to, after the inquiry, we go to logo upload. Okay, the logo upload form as well, grab it. There we go, this is it. And then finally we go to import again, and then after this we come to that is the reset password reset form. Just click on OK, and there we go. So from here, and then finally we go to this import again, and then quickly scroll down, and then from here we have the login form. Okay, we have the login form right from here. Okay, rooms data. Okay, let me see that. Since we have rooms data, no, we don't have rooms data. So we grab the rooms data form, we click on open. If you already have one imported and you try to import, you'll be prompted, so don't worry. And we go to import again, and finally we have the login form. Boom, there we go, we have that as well here. Login form is here, rooms data as well is here. Then we go for import again. Now we're going to import the modules now. So we start with the logout.bas. Click on open. This will be under the models of category, or the models folder. So you can see we have it here. This is it. So we go for file again, import, and then we scroll down, then we come to rooms data clear module, click on import, and then we go for file again, then import, and then we come for show and hide tools module. We have that imported, and then quickly we come for import again, then we come for system reset module, then boom, we have that as well here. So with this, we have all our forms and modules imported. So now this brings us to the end of this lesson. So what we are going to be doing in the next lesson is to try to break down how these forms and modules all came about, and explain how we are going to just quickly create our databases for each and every data that we're going to be captured into the system. So now what we can do is to just Control S to save your work, and then see you in the next lesson. Bye.